Miss Mac, how much do you get paid? A bunch of students say every school year. Do you want to know how much teachers get paid? Do you want to know how teachers get paid? If so, please keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. If you're not, hopefully it will start right now. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how do teachers get paid and how much do teachers get paid. So if you are interested in this, please keep watching. Okay, so I am a teacher in Mississippi, and this is the only state where I have worked as a teacher. So basically how we get paid is we are given a contract at the beginning of the year, and of course we sign it. They divide that number by 12, and whatever that is, we get paid that much every single month, even in the summers. Now, some school districts, they have it where you can choose to get paid only during the school year and just not get paid in the summer. So your paychecks during the school year will be a little higher. But I don't recommend that, especially if you're not good at managing your money. Teachers usually get paid the last business day of the month. The only exception to this rule is in December. We usually will get paid the day we get out for winter break. And then we don't get paid again till the last day in January. So a lot of times you'll see memes up on the internet talking about teachers are starving by January. So that might be why. Okay, so another question we get asked is how much do we get paid? Now this varies depending on what state you live in, but most of the time you can go to the school district's website and it'll give you like a pay scale. Like if you were a starting out teacher year one, you might make this much. And then as you are another year of experience, you go up another. So basically it just depends on the school district, but every state, as far as I know, has a minimum they pay teachers and a maximum. So if it tells you the average teacher makes $60,000 a year, that's more than likely not true. I'm going to show you some things that I found on the internet. You might have noticed that Oklahoma is the lowest paying state for teachers and New York is the highest paid state for teachers. And obviously the cost of living will be a little bit different, so that might play a role. Depending on which state you live in is going to determine how much you get paid. So when I went to actual websites of school districts in different states, some of them don't tell you how much they pay. They say it's pay by performance. And I personally have never worked in a school where they do pay by performance, so I'm not really sure how that works. I just know that in Mississippi and a lot of other states, they have a minimum they'll pay you for a school district and a maximum. So you could be in the same state and you could be making $5,000 more just depending on where you are. I did, however, notice that in the states where they pay by performance, if you went to their actual state website, such as Washington School District, you might be able to see what the minimum they pay teachers is and what is the maximum teacher they have. But usually it deals with how much experience you have, so how many years you've been in the classroom. Also, it can affect how much you make if you have more than just your bachelor's degree. So basically, the more degrees you have, the more your pay increases. Just a fun fact for those of you who would love to go to Hawaii, the Aloha State. I did come across something that says that you do not have to have a Hawaii State teaching certificate to start there. So basically, if you wanted to move to Hawaii and you have a teacher's license for, say, Oklahoma, you could still go there and start teaching in Hawaii, but you have to commit to getting your state certificate within 3 years, I believe it is. So, fun fact for anyone who wants to go work in Hawaii. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe or share. Now, if you are a teacher right now, please in the comments below list the state where you work, and will you tell me how often you get paid? And you don't have to tell me how much you get paid because I can figure out how. Thank you guys so much for watching.